Here's the lovely Julia Roberts. So, Julia... Thank you, Julia, for coming. And I know people will say, oh, I'm just kissing up to you and stuff like that, like they do on talk shows. You look tremendous. I haven't seen you in almost 3 years. You've had 2 kids, and by God, you look better than ever. Good for you. How about that? Look at that. So what's it like? You got 2 kids. You got a boy and a girl. They're twins?
Yes,
yep.
They're...
2.5 years old?
No.
How old are they?
17 months.
17 months, year and a half, more or less.
How old's Harry?
He's 2.5.
Yeah, so perfect age for Hazel.
Hazel
and Harry.
Oh, what a
Wouldn't
sweet little name.
Cute?
That is nice. I have an Aunt Hazel. I've always been fond of that name. I think it's very sweet. So what is it like? I mean, one kid will make you psycho. What's it like having 2?
I guess it's like, you know how some things are so, ugly, they become beautiful again. Mm-hmm. This is so psycho that it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Right. Is it, and twins, now, I don't know much about twins. You have twins in your family, is that right? Other members of your family have twins?
Yes, but I don't think that fraternal twins, I think that's just luck and being older.
Mm-hmm. Now, fraternal twins, the biologic difference between fraternal twins and identical twins is what?
Well, it's 1 egg splits.
That's the identical.
Yes.
Right. And the other is 2 ready to go.
2 eggs come down the pike at the same time.
Yeah. Kind of like Denny's Grand Slam breakfast. I don't even know what that means.
Horrible.
But now tell us, you have a boy and a girl, so right there you would have differences, but do you notice similarities that are eerie because of the twinship, or it doesn't apply in the fraternal twins?
I don't think, it's not applying yet. Mm-hmm. I mean, they seem to really love each other.
Right.
But he's sort of very boyish and masculine, and he has red hair and big green eyes, and she's very girly and has very blonde hair mm-hmm. and blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. And do they approach similar tasks in different fashions?
They do.
Yeah.
As would you and I.
Yes. Yeah. Give us an example of likes and dislikes. One likes something, one doesn't like something.
He likes blueberries. Mm-hmm. She likes her daddy.
Oh, that's sweet. That must be very sweet.
Do you want to see what my husband gave me for my birthday? And I just got it yesterday, though my birthday's in October.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. I guess I'd like to see it.
Go low. It's down here.
Wow.
See Hazel and Finn.
Oh, they have it right there. Yeah. Those are nice. That's very sweet. That's very. I think that's very cute. And that reminds me of you have a home, a ranch kind of a home. Now,
yes.
Do the kids know when they're on the ranch?
Yes.
Yeah. What sort of things do the kids do there?
They run around like banshees and
mm-hmm.
yeah, but they do that in Manhattan too.
Yeah.
Just less grass.
Right. Do you find what I found that, and I know that this will never change until I drop dead. I'm always tired. Always tired.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? Do you get tired?
I don't get tired of you, but I get tired.
You hear that? I don't.
Haven't you missed me?
Missed you. I thought you would move to Mexico, for God's sakes. It's been 3 years since you've been here.
Yeah, but you say all the girls, like when I first was brave enough to come on the show, that was back in the day when you weren't sweet.
Oh, I've always...
No, you were tough.
Really?
You were tough. You were tough, and I was brave enough to come on, and I felt that somehow that...
We had a little thing there,
We had a thing
mm-hmm.
because of that,
yeah.
and now, like, all the girls are lovely or pretty or fantastic or have...
But you know I'm just woofing when I say that to the other girls. Oh, God. Now, when you're on the ranch, do you worry about the wild animals? Do wild animals ever come in and get you?
You know, can I tell you, actually? Well, no, there aren't any, except this one time when I was standing in the house, and we have this big wall of windows out into the yard, which kind of goes and goes. And this enormous, what I thought, upon first seeing it, was an ostrich. Not a common thing to see in New Mexico.
Yeah, I wouldn't think New Mexican ostrich.
Turns out it was an emu.
An emu?
Which looks a lot like an ostrich. This giant bird with these plumes.
Yeah, and they're very dangerous.
It was running so fast across the yard, and one of my dogs, Marfa, was hot on its tail,
Good.
literally.
Good.
And it was terrifying.
But why is there an emu in New Mexico?
Well, there's an emu farm. I shouldn't be saying this now because that emu is probably missing, and they'll come to my house now.
Now, wait a minute. Hey, would you... Larry, we just got a tip on the missing emu. Now, what do they do at the emu farm?
I don't know. There isn't one. I've never seen one.
All right. Okay, I understand. But doesn't that sound like a children's book? What do they do at the emu farm? It sounds like by Margaret Wise Brown. Now, when you finish up your run here on Broadway, and are you looking toward future movie projects that we might want to hear about now?
Well, I have the next movie that I'm doing. I'm already set up for that, which is a movie that will be directed by Mike Nichols, the fantastic Mike Nichols, which will star Tom Hanks. And
well, there you go. Now we're talking. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
And we're hoping Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's fantastic also, so that would be nice.
What about me? I could be in this movie. This is a movie I could be in.
You could be in this movie,
I could be
actually.
like Tom Hanks' older brother.
Just grow your hair long.
Just a little something. Yeah, Tom Hanks' older, slower brother. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
It's got to be a it's probably a romantic comedy, isn't it?
It is not at all.
No, of course not. It's a Western.
Yes. No, it's based on a book called Charlie Wilson's War. It's a true story.
Oh, I've heard of the book, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. And that'll begin shooting soon? Shooting soon. It'll begin shooting soon. The years have not been kind to me. We'll be right back with Julia Roberts, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. You got to go to the theater soon?
Yes.
How many people fit in the theater every night? Is it like 500, 600, something like that?
Well, I thought it was 350, but it's 1,100.
1,100, that's a lot of folks. And of course, sometimes, and I guess it's always been this way with live audiences, and you're doing a play, but people, being humans, do what they do. And sometimes people playing with candy wrappers and having the orange pop and the cell phones and that kind of crap, and talking with one another. Do you experience much of that when you're working?
A little bit of that. There's... It seems to be people that sit close feel the most compulsion to behave as though they're still at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And do they try to talk to you while you're on stage?
Well, or talk about me. Which, you know...
Like you're not... Well, they probably think you're like on TV or something.
I'm not.
Yes. Yeah. But it must be exhilarating night after night, isn't it?
It is. It's thrilling. It's my dream come to life, my professional dream.
But I'll tell you sometimes what happens to me. Some nights it'll be a great night. Some nights it won't be great, and I'll come out here and just loaf through it.
Yeah, phone it in.
Like tonight. But you can do all manner of other thing in your head while you're still doing the show. Do you ever do that? Do you ever wonder how the kids are? I wonder what they're doing. Are they in bed now? We need milk. I got to go get bread. Do you have kind of an inner dialogue while you're doing the show?
No. No, I do sometimes, but not in an unfocused, not present way.
That's because you're a professional. But the thing about the show, it rains in your...
It rains.
Yeah.
Well, the play is called 3 Days of Rain,
Right.
so what would we be without the rain?
Exactly. But how do they get it to rain indoors like that?
It's pretty spectacular looking. It's quite beautiful. And I'm lucky. I'm the only person of the three of us, Bradley Cooper and Paul Rudd, who star in the play with me. They both, at different points, have to stand in the rain, and I am the only one that gets to maintain my hair.
As it should be. And has the rain ever been a distraction, even though you're not standing in it? Has anything ever gone haywire that's affected your...
Some people get wet. And it's not, I mean, you know, it's not a Gallagher show.
Yeah.
Everyone should stay dry.
Oh, it's not a Gallagher show. Gallagher's not in it. Oh, see, I thought maybe he was. Before we do a commercial, I want to show people a very, very sweet photograph.
Oh, me and my mother.
This is something called In Style. I can't read it because the woman's head is right there in the way. In Style. This is you and your lovely mother. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. How about that? What a sweet photograph that is. There's your mom. That's very nice. I bet she loves the grandkids, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah,
she
that's very
does.
sweet.
She's crazy about them, and they love her.
Have you noticed, a fellow said to me one time, and I was panic-stricken about having a child, and he said, don't worry. He said, one of the great things about it is it brings so much love into your house. And I didn't know what he was talking about until, of course, I saw it happen. It's just a great thing, yeah. And now also, I didn't know if you were aware of this, that my mother is in this issue, too.
Oh, God. Where is she? What are you doing?
Here it is, right here. There she is. There she is, right there. That odd? That is my mother. And I think I must have been out of town the day they took the photo. We'll be right back with Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts is here. Tell us a little bit about your mother. When you were a kid, were you trouble for your mom? You a pretty good kid? How did that go?
I think I was a pretty good kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. Boring and not that bright, but, you know,
Not
happy.
that bright, you say?
Well, you know.
You seem very bright to me.
Well, thank you.
What kind of grades did you get?
Very average.
Yeah. So did I. I got average grades. But
Look at us now.
Exactly. That's right. You know, since you were here, your friend Oprah was on the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you were sweet.
Yeah.
Thank
you for the flowers.
Yes.
That was very
You're
nice.
welcome.
Very nice.
We have a little flower relationship.
That's right. We keep swapping flowers.
Yes.
Now, do you see Oprah often?
I saw her. Well, she came in that she's a very loving and supportive friend. Came from Chicago, canceled a few of her shows in order to come to my opening.
I know.
Which is
Just down the
8
street.
blocks away.
I know. That's the kind of person she is.
Yeah.
Loving and caring.
But I'm sure you have mail like
No,
stacked up to here. If you go through it, you'll
Yeah.
probably find that
You got
invitation.
my note about the rash. Have you enjoyed the experience on Broadway?
Yes,
Good
very
for you.
much.
3 Days of Rain, and it continues June 18th. That'll be your closing night?
That will be it.
And then you and the family take some time off, have some fun for the summer?
Yeah, just wrestle and
Just wrestle.
kiss.
Wrestle and kiss.
Don't you do that at your house?
Yeah, we kind of a little rough housing, yeah.
Now, have you gotten married yet to Harry's mom?
Well, it's at the Bernard B. Jacobs Theater, 3 Days of Rain. It's the paperwork is still at the courthouse. The notary went out sick or something. But you know, it'll happen when a day opens up on the calendar. I can't tell you how happy I am for you and how nice it is to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for being here. The lovely Julia Roberts. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with Pearl Jam.